Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Here we go. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Now here's Pritchard. Off target at the rim. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Graham, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Now here's Robinson. To the middle. And Cunningham throws it down.
Such an energetic play from Cunningham, going right up for the slam.
Pass to Brown. White looking it over. The baseline J is on the way. Again, the miss by Boston. And just over a minute played here to start the game. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Walsh. He buries it from three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And he recovers it. Harris outside. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Brown can't hit. And here's Detroit. Takes a step back. Here's Thompson. Got a hand on it.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
Outside, Brown. Back to Pritchard. From deep. And the Celtics another three.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Down low. Deflected!
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Back to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Pass to Brown. Back to Pritchard. That three's off the mark. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Back over to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. 6 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. The rebound by Detroit.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Thompson. Still no points. Duren, no good. White drives in. Here's Brown. Again, the miss by Boston. Grant, they could attempt a 2-for-1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Boston trailing. Pass to Queta. Back to Pritchard. Here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
On the wing, Thompson. Inside. Here's Harris. Got a piece of it. And here's Brown for three. That one doesn't drop. tie game in Boston. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Celtics 8, Detroit 8.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And the Celtics in possession here. Fires the three. Hauser can't get it to go.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Harris a screen. Thompson right side. Cunningham outside. Pass to Robinson. The three is up. Minot pulls it in. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Back to Hauser. Here's Minot. Uncovered. Counted. We see teams in college and high school run a lot more full-court press. Why is that less prevalent in the NBA doors?
Well, it's been less prevalent, BA, but all of a sudden teams are starting to push up in full court, understanding that if you can take 4 to 5 seconds off a shot clock, with the shortest shot clock we have in the game, then that puts so much more pressure on the offense to execute.
And it's Simons missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Out to Thompson. Harris outside. Tries the spin move. And he drives in. Converts after the nice spin. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
A versatile offensive player. The D can't afford to let Harris get to the rim.
Brown, no good. Here's Cunningham. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you, Brian.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And grant the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
Come on now, that's easy money.
Steps back. And it's Thompson penetrating. And Boucher with the block.
Boy, if Boucher is nearby, I'd be hearing footsteps if I was a shooter. This guy can erase some shots with that length.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Now here's Thompson. Yet to see a basket.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Here's Brown. And oh, he slams it right over Tobias Harris.
Oh my goodness, how about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:19 left in the first half. To the inside. Stewart. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Here's White. After the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. A nice shot by Walsh. Walsh has got 6 points.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
Here's Ivy. Here's Stewart. Rob. Here's Walsh. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
Here's Cunningham. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Pass to Walsh. Let's go with a 3. And he can't get that one. Got it up. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
19. The Pistons. 19.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Here's Jenkins. And the layup is good off the glass.
Not exactly sure what the defense is thinking. You know he's going to be aggressive coming out of the half.
Pass to Brown. Outside Pritchard. Fires the 3. They get it back. Here's Walsh. 3-pointer. Hits the trifecta. Walsh has got 11. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Now here's Cunningham. Give him 8 points now. White on the wing. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. White's got his first 2 points.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
Cunningham gets to the cup.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Jenkins. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. To the paint. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment, in this game. You have to be on the same page.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Brown. Outside White. Here's Pritchard. He's checked by LeVert. Walsh. Fires in the triple. Walsh has got 6 points in the quarter.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Pass to Holland. Hauled in by Brown. Celtics lead by 4. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Here's Keita. Kick out to Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Off target from outside. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Harris. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the third. minutes.
4 on the clock. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Thompson outside. There's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Back to Pritchard. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Boston. And again, Boston with the triple.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
White for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Here's Thompson. And rejected. And they're able to recover. Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one misses. And the second free throw is good.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Hauser outside. Pass to White. Outside Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Walsh can't get it to go. Down low. And the dunk by Duren.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. And we've reached the end of the third. Boston out in front.
The Pistons, 30.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Out to the right wing. Here's Walsh. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Walsh has got 9 points now in the second half. And here's Ivy from the arc. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston leading by 9. Left side White. White on the wing. Over to the wing. Beyond the arc. The shot no good. Outside Robinson. There's the steal. Pritchard surviving the D. The kick out to White. Right side Pritchard. Three-pointer. Kept alive. To the wing, right side. Back to Brown. There's the triple. Pritchard, no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
For 3, Robinson. Queta pulls it in.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Walsh. Now here's Pritchard. Knocks down the triple. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And Detroit making a change here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. White, good.
Well, Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Assist.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Celtics lead by 10. Brown on the wing. Right side Pritchard. Here's White. Shoots a three. Just 5 to shoot.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the ball.
Oh, okay then.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Brown. Yes! Using that window.
Boy, the quickness of Jaylen Brown on the drive, he makes it happen in an instant.
Thompson scanning the floor. Outside Cunningham. He shoots. Oh, he missed the jumper. And the Celtics in possession here. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Puts up the tray. It's money from deep.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Here's the pass to Brown. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Harris. Oh, no good on the layup. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot. Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Celtics.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
Outside Cunningham. Now Thompson. Harris a screen. Cunningham.
And just a high IQ play. Cunningham goes for a pump fake, and now he's headed to the line.
The first free throw is good.
Shooting for Detroit.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Bucket!
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Even early.